been driving down this old road for way too long now, and I don't know where to turn no more. Yeah. Are you ever gonna appreciate all the joy you get in your life if you've never been through all this hurt before? No. Me, I'm feeling alright, driving down a back road with you beside me, kicking back, reminiscing on the good days. That's where you'll find me. And I hope I ain't losing myself again, but right now I think that I might be. Pick myself up and I just go again. There ain't nothing that be stopping my dream. I'll take you anywhere, anywhere you wanna go, just tell me something. In this life I'm only needing one thing, and I think that might be you, my dear. I'll take you somewhere where the sun shines bright from the day to the night time. Hope you hear me loud and clear, cause I think I'm lost without you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started, breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Yeah. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started, breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Take me home, cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started, breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started, breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Yeah, where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started, breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here?
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another live stream. So it is Friday, the 19th of July. It is the end of another week. And yeah, I mean, it's been a pretty successful week, if you ask me. To be honest, it's been a pretty successful week, right? So, of course, we have been in a long trade, right? I actually haven't, I've actually taken one trade this week. Of course, that isn't the long trade that I am in. I took that long trade was that last week? Yeah, it was last week, right? And then we took one trade this week, which was on Thursday. Yeah, so yes. Or is this last week? Yeah, so this was last week, right? Sorry. So yeah, no trades have been taken this week, right? This is all last week. Sorry, everything's just merging together for me. So yeah, no trades taken this week, but I mean, it's been a very, very profitable week, right? A very profitable week. Look at Bitcoin; it's just been pumping, and of course, I've been in this long trade from the range low down here. Of course, I told the team in the daily market update that I was taking this trade. I told the team here on the Discord that I was taking this trade as well, right? I told the team that I was entering in this trade, and this is what I was looking for, right? This kind of like ABC correction. And at this moment in time, what are we doing? Well, we are forming this A wave at this moment in time. So of course, I've been taking advantage of this, right? You can see here, I've taken $5,500 realized profit off of this trade. And then right now I have, $2,600 unrealized profit in this trade. Okay. Of course, I'm leaving some left in this trade just in case we do get that continuation higher, possibly up to all-time high, right? That is kind of the goal for this trade. Okay. Because Yeah, with simply range trading. So yeah, of course, today we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about the next levels that I'm kind of interested in trading, and the next like resistance levels, the next TP levels, the next trades I'm looking to take. All of the things that we want to know. Of course, I will be all of the things that you want to know, I will be talking about in today's live stream. Of course, if you have any questions for me, if you want me to take a look at anything, please put them in the chat and I will be more than happy to take a look at them. Yeah, of course, if you haven't already, please smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe, of course, if you are new to the channel. And yeah, turn the bell notification on so that you never ever miss another live stream. And then we can jump straight on into it. So yeah, hopefully everything is working well. Yeah, hopefully everything is working well. If it isn't, please let me know. Please let me know if it isn't, but it should all be. Yeah, seems like it's all working. Cool. So we can jump straight on into it. We can start talking about everything that is going on, right? So yeah, where should we start? Let's start with the broader market context, right? Let's start with the broader market context. Okay, so the context right now is still bearish, right? The context is still bearish, as we know. I've been speaking about this for a long time. Okay, we've had this very, very bearish downtrend that we are in, bearish market structure, right? And I mean, this rise is really, really good. Okay, this rise that we're seeing right now is amazing, right? That's great. Okay, but we have to be aware that price is going to remain in this bearish market structure until we break above 72,100 ish. Yeah, $72,100. If we break that, okay, then yes, I can confidently say, right, we've broken this bearish market structure now. We can start to ignore this bearish market structure. But whilst we remain below, 72,000 approximately, okay, we are still considered to be in this bearish market structure, and there is still a possibility that we form a lower high to then possibly come down, right, and form another lower low. Okay, so this is something that we do need to remain a little bit aware of, right? We do need to be aware of this, and I mean, there's loads of factors that can come into this, right? To prevent us from forming another lower low, because of course right now we are looking at this ABC correction, so we are looking for a correction at some point, right? So if we do see price pull back from wherever it pulls back from, of course we want to see some sign of strength on the pullback, right? Initially, okay, because any pullback, okay, can be, you can determine whether a pullback is good. And you can also determine when a pullback is, either running out of steam or, a pullback is weak, right? We can determine these things, and they can give us a pretty good, a good understanding of whether we are going to see price reverse or not, right? So, and you can do it for the same, in the vice versa as well with price going up. What have I been saying for ever since kind of we entered into this long trade and we started to see the long trades coming in? I was saying that this is actually a very, very bullish rise. Okay, I like this rise. It's a very bullish rise. I have said, however, that yes, if we start to pull back, we start to lose the value area low, we start to lose the anchored VWAP here. If we lose that, yes, okay, we can see a bigger pullback there, and that's when it gets a little bit more bearish. But as long as we remain above that, I'm still very, very bullish, because we have just so many longs coming in. All right, we've had, now we've probably had about 200 million new long trades coming in on this rise towards the upside, because we're actually, as you can see right now, having another rise towards the upside, right? What does that mean? Okay, well, the only reason we can be seeing price rising is because either shorts are covering, or we have new longs coming in. Okay, and as you can see right here, we have 35 million new long trades coming in at this moment in time, right? 35 million new long trades coming in. So for me, this is still very, very bullish, right? There's nothing bearish about this, right? There's nothing bearish whatsoever about this. This morning, I'm pretty sure we were looking at, so it was this morning, right? I was telling the team in the daily market update, right, that we had bullish CVD coming in. I did say I wasn't going to trade this. but initially bullish CVD. What do you expect off of that? Will you expect to rise towards the upside? Okay, so this is kind of something that we have been expecting today because of that bullish CVD. But yeah, this is just very, very bullish, and I can't get bearish on this at this moment in time. Again, if we start to lose value area low in this anchored VWAP, that's when I start to get a little bit bearish, because then we're going to have like over 100 million now. We're going to have like 150 million trap longs at the high. And if price starts to pull back, we will have to force them to cut. We will force them to cover. And ultimately, that's selling into the market, right? That's them selling into the market, pushing the price lower. So for me, as long as we remain above this level, I'm still very, very bullish on Bitcoin. And I do think, right, the next level is 67,000. Okay, of course, that is resistance. So we do have to remain aware of that. It is going to be resistance. But if we can get above that, right, then we can literally level to level trade, right? We can look for value area high at $71,300. We get above that, we can go to all-time high, right? Very simple, but, initially very, very effective, okay? Very effective. So, yeah, I've been very bullish on this rise towards the upside. And of course, taking profits along the way up on the long trade, it's just been an absolutely amazing long trade. Again, I gave this trade to the team on the Visionary Discord. I gave it to the team in the daily market update. I literally walked through why I was taking the trade in that daily market update. So, yeah, of course, if you want access to this Visionary Discord where, I literally give all of my trades away, click the first link in the description. It'll take you to this page here. We can gain access to that. Of course, we have the education, the Excel chart templates there as well. If you just want the free Discord, that's the second link in the description. So yeah, of course, you can gain access to the Discord for free, but it is the free Discord, of course. So, yeah, where do we go from here, right? Where do we go? Well, initially, okay, we were at resistance, right? What were we doing? Okay, we pulling back from resistance, okay, at the mid-range. Now we are breaking through it, okay? And it's looking like a pretty good break towards the upside, because we have lots and lots of new long trades coming in, lots of new long trades, which is really, really good. So, if we can, break above this level, I don't see why we can't come to 67,000, right? And we get above 67,000. Okay, cool. We can be looking for value area high, right? We can be looking for value area high, which is just great, right? And that's going to be another TP all the way up at value area high. Will of course be another TP1 for the long trade that I am currently in. So yeah, it's kind of just remaining a little bit patient, waiting for that. Of course, I have moved the stop loss to entry, so it is now a completely risk-free trade, which is good. It's always good to put yourself in a position like that. But yeah, going back to where we were with where we currently are. Okay, if we are going to see a pullback, right? Say we are going to see a pullback at some point, right? And we can argue, right? We can argue, okay, that it is going to be an ABC correction, right? So it's just going to be the B wave, right? But what we also have to be aware of as well, if we do not see any signs of strength, right? If we do not see any bullish signs, okay, indicating the end of wave B, okay, because initially we're looking for support, we're looking for like a long trade setup at that support as well. So if we don't get that, okay, then the probabilities of price going lower are higher than price actually finishing the B wave and then moving up to the C wave, right? Because of course we're still in the bearish market structure, continuous lower highs after with continuous lower lows, and if we don't see any sign of strength on this move down, that we could possibly see for the B wave. If we don't see any sign of strength, right, then we could be looking for a new lower low, right? We could be looking for a new lower low. However, if we do see some sign of strength, right, and this is one of the examples that I've been pulling up, which is we do have a daily naked point of control and a weekly naked point of control at around 57. 180, okay, so 57,180, and in confluence with that, we do have the GP786, right? So we do have a GP786 in that level as well. So say we pull back from this area, or let's say we pull back maybe from the POC, okay, we would be looking at price coming into the GP786 in confluence with the weekly naked point of control. For me, if we were to see absorption into that level, right, if we were to come and take a look at Exo charts and we were to see absorption coming into that level, then for me, right, that would be a sign of strength. That would be a long trade setup, right? And I would be looking for that to be the end of wave B, okay? The end of wave B, I'll be looking for a long trade, something like, looking something like this, right? To complete that wave C, which of course would take us above wave A, wherever that may end as well. Okay, so for me, this is kind of what I know the charts are looking very, very messy at this moment in time, but initially, right, if we start to see price getting this big pullback, however, we're getting absorption into the level, for me, this isn't actually a bearish pullback, right? It's actually quite a bullish pullback because we are seeing some sign of strength because we're getting absorption, right? Maybe we can see a nice little reaction off of the naked point of control or the GP786, right? And at the same time, what are we doing? Well, we're possibly going to be forming we would be forming the higher low structure. And of course, then what are we looking for? Right, we're looking for another higher high to complete that C wave, right? So for me, if we do see a pullback at some point, it's not, it's not a scenario where I will be getting very bearish. Okay, it's a scenario where I will be looking for a long trade, right? I'll be looking for a long trade. If I don't see the long trade, okay, then right, I can change my mindset a little bit and think, okay, maybe we're going to come down and form another lower low, right? Maybe we could get a long trade from lower prices, okay, for price to come back up, form another lower high, to then come back down, right? So we could, look at something like this. So literally just going through all of these scenarios, making sure that I'm prepared for whatever scenario plays out, right? Just making sure that I'm prepared for whatever scenario plays out. And I mean, at this moment in time, price just looks like it wants to continue, right? We're just seeing millions upon millions of new long trades coming in, right? If we go out to the 8 hour, it's really nice to see here. Of course, we are seeing lots of shorts open. Lots of shorts starting to cover here as well, which of course, means that they're buying back into the market, which ultimately means that they are adding fuel to the fire, pushing that price higher, of course. So, but initially on this rise towards the upside, right, we've got 23 million new long trades here. We've got 30 million new long trades here. We've got 10 million new long trades here. 4 million new long trades here. 43 million new long trades here. On this move here, we had 58 million. So we had so that was negative delta, right? So we had lots and lots of shorts opening up there. However, they got wrecked, okay, because the next candle we saw 60 million new long trades coming in. So just an absurd amount of long trades opening up on this move up. We also had 20 million 20 million new long trades opening up here. And then, of course, if we go into the lower time frame on Exo chart here, we can actually see 23 million new long trades here and 9.7 million new long trades coming in here. So for me right now, I don't see any weakness, right? I just do not see any weakness. There's no reason for me to close this long trade that I am in whatsoever. I'm remaining bullish and strong, right? I'm remaining long and strong. That's kind of the saying, right? Long and strong. There's no reason to be closing this short trade at this moment in time because I just don't see any weakness, right? Okay, yes, if we start to pull back here, we start to leave lots of trap longs at the high. Yes, right. We can argue maybe it's a good idea to close the long trade. And then possibly enter into a short trade, but at this moment in time, I'm not seeing that, so there is no reason for me to do that. Okay, for me right now, it is just remaining long and strong, looking for higher prices, and of course, we do have resistance above us, but it's as long as we continue to get these new longs in, I don't see why we can't break through these resistance above us. But of course. If you've got any questions, guys, please put them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer anything you've got for me or take a look at anything that you want to look at. And of course, if you haven't already, please make sure you smash that thumbs up button on the video. Let's try and push this content to more people. Let's try and get lots of interaction in the chat. That would be quite nice. So please make sure you smash that thumbs up button. But yeah, I mean, it's everything's very bullish at the moment. I just don't. I mean, the ES is pulling back, right? The ES is pulling back, and it's it's quite funny because we've seen Bitcoin having this no big move towards the downside, right? Whilst the ES has been having this huge rise. Now we're seeing the ES pull back, but we're seeing Bitcoin rise. So it's like it's kind of like they're inversely correlated. Whereas previously, they've been extremely correlated with one another, extremely correlated. But remember, we're still looking at the scenario of where, in 2021, okay, we saw this huge crash within Bitcoin, right? This huge crash. But what was happening within the stock market? Well, the stock market was continuing to rise whilst Bitcoin was having this crash, okay? And then Bitcoin had this big rise and made a new all-time high. At the same time, right, what was happening? Well, the stock market was continuously making new all-time highs. So the scenario that I was kind of looking at and still kind of am looking at is, if we do see a big pullback here, let's say to $43,000, and the stock market is still continuing to rise, for me, that's still very bullish on Bitcoin. I'm not going to be bearish on Bitcoin even if we do come down to, let's say, $43,000, right? If we do come down there, I'm still not bearish, as long as that stock market is continuing to rise, because then I feel, okay, we could do the same thing here where we get this big rise up, okay, we make a new all-time high and the stock market is continuing to make a new all-time high as well. So yeah, even if we do, right, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, okay, because we've entered into this long trade because we saw a sign of strength, and we are initially targeting all-time high here. So for me, it's not something that I am targeting now. Right. Previously, when we were down here, yes, okay, it was something that I was considering. Okay, price coming down to $43,000, but at this moment in time, I don't see it. Okay, unless we see another lower high, right? We see price pull back and form another lower low. That's where I think to myself, okay, $43,000 is a realistic target. But yeah, right now there's no reason for me to be bearish at this moment in time. I do consider this being very, very bullish. And I do think, we can continue higher. Even though, we are seeing that stock market pull back, we're not seeing any weakness in Bitcoin right now, are we? We're not seeing any weakness whatsoever within Bitcoin. Yeah, there's no reason for me to get bearish at this moment in time whatsoever. So yeah, I can see some new people are joining. So yeah, please make sure that you do smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, of course, if you are new to the channel as well, subscribe. I am live streaming pretty much almost every day. I pretty much every weekday, right? I did not do it yesterday. I just made a video yesterday, but yeah, pretty much live streaming every single weekday. And of course, I am doing some live trading here and there as well. I haven't live traded in a couple of weeks now, but yeah, initially I am live trading when I see the opportunities presenting themselves to me. But of course, where I put all of my trades are in the Discord, right? That's where I put every single trade that I take over in the Discord. So yeah, first link in the description for that if you want that, and then yeah, of course, second link is the free Discord. But yeah, of course, if you've got any questions, please put them in the chat, and yeah, I can of course answer any questions you may have or take a look at anything that you would like to look at. So yeah, I've been looking at Nvidia recently as well, because I understand that Nvidia has been pretty much just pulling the stock market up with it. So yeah, I think as much as I'm very bullish on Nvidia, I still think we need to have a bit of a correction here. This is just absolutely parabolic on Nvidia. So a correction is likely soon. I do feel like a correction is coming soon, and it's not initially like a bearish correction. It's just something that we need for price to continue higher, because a market cannot just continue like this. It cannot. And the more it continues like this, the more dangerous the market gets, right? And the bigger the correction is going to be, and the harsher the correction is going to be. So, ideally we would like, of course, we can't We can't tell the market what to do, but ideally we would like to see a pullback sooner rather than later, so that we don't have as quick of a pullback and as large of a pullback as we would if we were to just continue being parabolic, right? Ethereum is doing really well as well. It's just very barcode price action here. Just, when I say barcode, it looks like a barcode when you go to the shop and you're trying to buy something and you scan the barcode, right? It just literally looks like a barcode you'll see on a pack of crisps. It's pretty boring, but we are seeing a rise because, of course, Bitcoin is rising. And this is something that I talked about a couple weeks ago. Was it? When were we looking at? So like the 5th of July, around that area, 5th, 6th of July. I remember I still can't remember who it was. I was trying to think about it earlier, but someone put it in the chat and wanted me to take a look at Ethereum. And this is one of the longs that I was looking at for Ethereum, right? A failed auction of the anchored VWAP, okay, would offer a nice long trade. As you can see, that was a really nice call because we have seen a really nice rise on Ethereum initially, right? We did come close to the stop loss, but we didn't tap where I would have placed my stop loss. And initially, we've had a really nice rise. So this would have been a really, really good a good trade. I didn't take it myself, but I did say that this is something that I would trade if we did form that failed auction, right? So okay, well, I will leave that there then. If there are no questions, I will leave the live stream there. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next live stream. Have a lovely weekend. Goodbye.
Take me home, 'cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, 'cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half left us broken